Honestly, you guys, I forgot how much I missed or how much I enjoyed making people mad. You thought I was going to do a football video. You really did. You really thought I was going to do a football video. Well, for those of you that are curious about the NFL, for whatever reason, the top story on ESPN.com as we currently speak is something about the betting odds or like next year's odds or Tampa Bay and Kansas City are projected to win the most games next year. It's April. Cool it, dude. There's not even they're not even talking about spring football and college football. And that's a thing. What the hell are we talking about? Kansas City Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers open with highest win totals ahead of 17-game regular season. Who cares? This isn't the NBA. They had their free agency period. It's over. I mean, are you kidding me? And they wonder why there's a gambling problem in the United States. That was this whole thing that really bothered me about them legalizing gambling is now when there's actual stories to be told and to be read and to be shared and to be consumed, we're not reading, we're not actually writing, we're not actually doing anything in terms of talking sports. We're just, oh wow, you guys see the Buccaneers Chiefs are supposed to win the most games in the new 17 game season. Who cares? Oh. So now I'm going to talk about something that absolutely no one cares about, which is the WNBA draft last night. D'Angelo Wallace is this great YouTuber. He's a pretty interesting guy. I just discovered him. And let's see here. He's been talking about this thing now for a while called, or at least in this video I saw yesterday, which is just stuck with me. It's called toxic positivity. And I think we're all kind of understanding that ESPN is really pushing the WNBA almost to a toxic positive level. I mean, honestly, like WNBA, it's great. And here's the thing: I have now become a champion for women's sports. For in particular within collegiate athletics, I think women's sports are awesome. They're terrific. That doesn't get any better. But the WNBA, like there's some things that could be done to make the WNBA better. My friend Tony and I have talked about it a lot in the past. But honestly, they had a 3-round draft last night, which is interesting. There's only 12 teams. They did 3 rounds. And I was just curious. Like, I went on ESPN.com and I started looking at their draft review and like the pick by pick. And I was like, what are the chances that like all these girls are ranked like at 99 and like it's just like all just cute and just, oh my god, we're all great, like, you know, like not actually like doing any sort of scouting or grading. I just figured like it would just be so just a certain level of toxic positivity. And no, because we have the Indiana Fever to thank for this. The Indiana Fever apparently lost their mind last night. ESPN gave them a draft grade of D. And the reason being, and this is something that I'm curious about, is the Indiana Fever lost their mind and they drafted this girl. I don't think I'm pronouncing her name right, but it's Kysre. Kaisri, like not Kyrie, but Kaisri Gondrezick. Gondrezick. So it's a mouthful. I mean, I can't even. That is a hard name to pronounce. Carice Gondrezick, if that's even anywhere close, was graded as an 83. So the girls drafted before her, or the women drafted before her rather, were ranked 95, 95, and Arie McDonald was ranked a 94. And then you get to this girl drafted number 4, point guard. She was the 8th ranked point guard. She was the 22nd overall ranked player, which would have made her like a late 2nd round pick in the WNBA draft. And she had a grade of 83. And I don't know enough. Like, is it a marketing thing? Because let's be honest, she's probably the most attractive girl like, in this whole draft. She's beautiful. I literally, I just quickly, and I, there's a picture of their face. There's a bio, and then there's like there's a pre-draft analysis and a post-draft analysis, and so those were really helpful. And then there's just one little picture. She's beautiful, obviously, right? And I just have to wonder, like, clearly this is me being sexist, obviously, but like, is that like, is that what they drafted her for the marketability of her being like this beautiful basketball player? Because then the next girl drafted it behind her, position rank 2, 9th overall, so a bit of a stretch for Washington, I guess, but she was graded as a 92. So again, like this girl's a 92. The girl drafted in front of her was an 83. Then lost their mind again. They traded for Seattle's pick and drafted a in the first round with the 11th pick. They drafted the 6th ranked shooting guard who is ranked 28th overall. At that point, that's a 3rd round pick. And with the overall grade of an 80. So I actually, you know what? Kudos to the Indiana Fever, because here I thought we were just going to be existing in just this toxic positive environment where, you know, it's just like, oh, it's so wonderful, and we're not being real about it. Thank you, Indiana Fever. Thank you, because it really gave me something that was entertaining last night. Like I didn't watch the WNBA draft. I wouldn't dare, but I mean, dude, they didn't even have highlights. Like the one girl drafted number 2 overall, they didn't have a single highlight for her. Okay, so that's just not TV worth watching. But Indiana Fever, thank you. You like made made me understand that, like, no, like this is legit. Like just like in the NBA, you have WNBA teams that don't know what they're doing either. And wow, look at this. The GM is former great Tamika Catchings. Maybe Indiana Fever, you don't just have Tamika Catchings doing whatever the hell she wants as GM, and you actually get someone in there that knows what they're doing. No offense to Tamika Catchings. I'm sure like you've been great in the past, and like I said, you were a great player. I mean, I put some respect on that name. Who doesn't know the name Tamika Catchings? That's just hoop legendary lore for sure. But come on now. What are you doing? And like, I just love it because I had a fun time like looking over the player profiles of the WNBA draft last night, and I'm sure people are going to see the title of this video and their head's going to spin. And you know what? Go ahead, hit my video with dislikes. I don't care. What did you think I was going to do? Review the schedule release for the NFL? You think I was going to talk about the NFL? I will not talk about the NFL until I can figure out the Deshaun Watson situation. I think last night I was figuring it out, and it's still like I don't just guys, it's looking very bad, but like there's just a lot of moving parts, and you know, can we just not talk about Deshaun Watson for a while? I mean, eventually, I'm sure I'll probably make a career retrospective video about him once it's over, because that's what it seems where it's headed. You know, Deshaun Watson, I won't ever make a video about you because you don't deserve it. I'll just leave it at this. Why? Why? Don't you make like $30 million a year? Why? Why, Deshaun Watson? Why? So just why? So like you make so much money. Why? And I don't mean like just get a girlfriend. Just get a girlfriend. For all of us that, you know, we aren't so lucky, you're in a position to date about any girl you want, right? You're made of money. You're an NFL superstar. You're not an ugly guy. Why Why? Why? Deshaun Watson, just get a girlfriend. Just get a girlfriend, okay? Because 22 women coming out against you is one thing. But then your defense team comes up with the idea of, well, here's 18 women that had no problem. Do we really think that Deshaun Watson treated the 18 women any differently than he treated the 22 women? No. The exact same things that occurred with the 22 women occurred with the 18 women. I can guarantee you that. The difference is there was 18 women that were cool with it, and then there was 22 women who weren't. So you're at 40 women. Why? Deshaun Watson. So I probably spoke on it way more than I was even comfortable speaking on it, but just why? So yeah, I don't want to do NFL videos, guys. It's April. I've yet to do a football video. And I used to get excited about the NFL draft. Like, the NFL draft is garbage, dude. Are you kidding me? Like, they've just Mel Kiper and Todd McShay have just manufactured headlines for weeks and months by just, Justin Fields. Actually, Justin Fields, we had him at number 2 because obviously if anyone fucking watched the college football semifinal, they'd understand he's clearly the number 2 pick. But we've just decided that he's going 11. Have you seen Mac Jones? Did you see Trey Lance in his one game last year? Trey Lance? Mac Jones? Zach Wilson? Just get a life, Mel Kiper. Get a life. Again, for someone that you could really argue against the fact that they have a life. Why? This is not news. Like, Justin Fields' draft stock is not news. It's manufactured BS. If he doesn't end up being the number 2 pick, then these NFL organizations just played themselves. They played themselves. He's the next Air McNair. You want to know what Steve McNair did? He got within an inch of winning a Super Bowl. So if you're interested in winning Super Bowls, draft Justin Fields. If you're not, draft Trey Lance, Mac Jones, or Zach Wilson. Oh, and let me be on record. Zach Wilson will be the worst quarterback of this draft. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. So, yeah. And before we go, so I'm pretty sure the Indiana Fever drafted this girl at number 4 overall because she's incredibly attractive. And she knows it because she posted on Twitter last night the draft. Actually, Bleacher Report drafted her watching her getting drafted. And I'm almost positive that she got drafted 4th overall. Could not believe it because she was projected nowhere near that, or they called her right before, and so she knew to be watching. Because why else was she even watching? And so ready and anticipating. You were ranked. What was she ranked? I can't even remember. But you were. There was no reason for her to be sitting there oh my God, this is me. This is me. So she either got drafted and then they literally rewound the DVR to take the Instagram video, or her agent or the team let her know right ahead of time that they were drafting her. Because Bleacher Report put it up, and guys, her mother. Now, this is probably not picking up. Go find it, okay? And this was not me being creepy. This was me having to literally make sure I did not mistake what I saw. If you want pure entertainment, okay, go. If it's not on Bleacher Report, try to go on her. Her mom pulls out her boob. Her reaction to getting drafted is her mom literally grabs her boob and pulls it out. It is unmistakable. I watched it 50 times. I don't know what her mom was thinking. She didn't wear any tape. First off, she didn't wear any tape. Why didn't you tape? That's what they do. They do tape so your thing, so that you don't expose yourself. and she didn't wear tape. And so I was already like, is this why? Why are you doing this? This is just wardrobe malfunction waiting to happen, right? Well, then she gets drafted, and her mom just, I don't know. It couldn't have been pre-recorded because I just don't think her mom would intentionally do that to her. But then again, maybe for the attention, because now I'm sitting here talking about it. Her mom literally ripped open her boob upon getting drafted. She doesn't go to hug her daughter. She doesn't hug her daughter. She slaps her tit. She slaps her chest and reveals her boob. It's so weird. So, yeah, this incredibly attractive girl, and then like her mom pulls out her boob, and now she's in the WNBA, and like she was completely like should not have been drafted where she was drafted, but then she made a big moment of her draft, and like now I know what's up with the Indiana Fever. I'm at a loss for words. It was I could not believe. I'll just put it this: I cannot believe the amount of entertainment the WNBA gave me last night. Like I was ready to just be like, oh, this is so annoying. But that's just surface level. You guys really have to like dig into this stuff. It was fun last night reading the draft reviews and just all that, and then this girl's boob came out. I don't think it picked up on the video. Just like, dude, like. Can you see this? There it is. Her boob is out. So, yeah, right there, literally, boom. Her mom, literally. So, all right. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. It's Friday, so I probably will see you guys on Monday. But yeah, no, I'll see you on Monday. I'm working all weekend. I'm covering women's soccer on Saturday, men's soccer on Sunday. So who knows? You might get a soccer video out of me on Monday because it definitely won't be an NFL video. For God's sakes, people, don't stop gambling. Just stop gambling. I'll use my last 30 seconds. Stop gambling. Simply. The fact that I'm now being punished for you guys being savage and just distraught and just strung out gamblers, that now I have to be seeing this crap in April about, oh, schedules. Get a life. Stop gambling on the NFL. Go gamble on freaking literally anything else. Just get out of here, NFL. Come back in the fall. I'll see you guys later.